You've tuned in for another deep dive, and this time we're tackling something you flagged that's all about getting ready for the future of work. We're going straight into the Erasmus Plus Preview Project.
hmm
Think of this as the essential breakdown of how this initiative aims to equip university students and graduates for what's coming down the line.
Exactly. You sent us some really interesting material, a newsletter outlining the preview project's goals and, what it's been up to. And our aim today is to really get under the skin of this project.
Okay.
We're going to explore how it's designed to build resilience and, crucially, boost employability in our increasingly digital world. And it's doing that through some innovative approaches to remote internships.
Okay, so preview. What kicked this whole thing off? What's the story behind it?
Well, the first thing to understand is that the Preview Project isn't an isolated effort. It's backed by Erasmus Plus TAR, which, as you know, is the European Union's main program for education and training.
Right.
That gives it a significant framework and resources.
Ah, Erasmus. Plus, that gives it some real weight then, doesn't it? And how long is this project expected to last?
The Preview Project is a 3-year initiative. Its central focus is on developing and promoting new ways of learning and teaching online.
Okay.
The ultimate aim, as the newsletter emphasizes, is to give university students and recent graduates the specific skills they'll need to, navigate the realities of our increasingly digital age.
3 years, that's a good amount of time to really get some traction. And if someone listening wants to dig deeper themselves, is there like a central place for all the details?
Absolutely. The project has a dedicated website, www.previewcommunity.eu. That's a go-to spot for all the official information and any updates.
Brilliant. So the core of this seems to be these remote internships. Who are they hoping to get involved?
The call for participants is quite wide-ranging, which is interesting. They're actively looking for students and recent graduates, but also for university tutors and company tutors to be part of this.
Right, let's unpack that. What's the angle for the students and graduates? Why should this be on their radar?
For students and graduates, the newsletter highlights that there are 100 remote internship opportunities available. These are specifically in the areas of tourism and cultural heritage, which are really significant sectors in many European economies.
Tourism and cultural heritage, those are some key areas. And what's the main appeal for someone considering one of these remote internships?
Well, the big draw is gaining genuine hands-on experience and developing skills specifically for remote work. This isn't just any internship. It's designed to really sharpen both their online and offline abilities in a professional setting.
Right.
They're aiming to make participants more adaptable and, well prepared for the modern workplace.
So it's about getting that practical experience, but with a real emphasis on the remote aspect that's becoming so critical.
Yeah.
And I noticed something about a certification.
Yes, that's a really valuable element. Participants who successfully complete the remote internships will receive an Erasmus Plus Open Badge.
An open badge.
Yeah, think of this as a verified digital stamp of your skills, recognized across Europe, a really valuable addition to your professional profile, showcasing what you've achieved.
That's a fantastic bonus. Now, what about the people on the other side, the university and company tutors? What's the benefit for them?
For the tutors, the project is offering specialized training courses. These are designed to equip them with the specific skills needed to effectively manage remote internships and also to integrate blended learning approaches into their teaching and supervision methods.
So it's about upskilling the educators and industry professionals as well. And how will they actually manage these remote internships?
The newsletter mentions that they'll be using a dedicated platform. This will act as the central hub for managing and coordinating all aspects of the remote internships, making the process much smoother for both the interns and the tutors.
That makes total sense. A central platform is essential for managing something like this remotely. And what are the particular advantages for university tutors who get involved?
For university tutors, the focus is on enhancing their ability to effectively support students in remote internship environments. They'll also gain expertise in using this dedicated platform to oversee the entire internship process, making them more skilled in guiding students in these modern learning setups.
And for the company tutors, what's the incentive for them to take on remote interns?
For company tutors, the benefits include being better prepared to guide and supervise remote interns effectively. But perhaps even more appealing is the chance to access a diverse pool of talented students from different countries.
Interesting.
Potentially widening their recruitment reach and bringing in fresh ideas.
Okay, so we know who's involved and what the opportunity is. Now, let's get into the nuts and bolts. How will these remote internships actually work in practice?
The newsletter outlines a pretty clear two-stage process. First, there's the preparation phase, which is really key. This involves organizing comprehensive training sessions specifically for the university and company tutors. The goal here is to equip them with all the necessary skills and knowledge to effectively manage and support remote internships.
So it's all about making sure the supervisors are well prepared right from the start. What happens after that initial training?
Following the training, they move into the implementation phase. This is where the students, with guidance from their tutors, actively participate in the remote internships.
Okay.
The dedicated platform plays a vital role here, providing the infrastructure for communication, task management, and overall support throughout the internship.
And for the students during this implementation phase, what are the intended results?
For the students, the advantages are significant. They'll gain invaluable real-world experience directly within their field of study. This hands-on experience is designed to foster professional growth and, as we discussed earlier, greatly enhance their remote work skills, making them more competitive when they enter the job market.
So it's not just about getting an internship on paper, but really building those essential skills for the evolving world of work. Now let's dig a little deeper into the why behind all of this. What's the main driving force, and what are the bigger goals of the Preview Project?
The newsletter highlights several key motivations. One is the deliberate integration of innovative learning methods right into the core of these remote internships.
Interesting.
They're not simply replicating traditional internships in a virtual space. They're exploring new and better ways of learning and working remotely.
That's interesting. So it's about pushing the boundaries of what an internship can be in a remote setting.
Yeah.
What else is fueling this?
Another really important aspect is inclusivity. Remote internships have the potential to break down barriers for students who might face financial or geographical limitations
Sure.
that would prevent them from taking part in traditional in-person internships. This opens up opportunities for a much wider range of talent.
That's a really significant point, making these opportunities more accessible. And does the remote nature also encourage any other kind of connection?
Absolutely. The project aims to foster global connections. By participating in remote internships, students have the opportunity to build networks with professionals and peers from different parts of the world,
Right.
encouraging a more international outlook and expanding their professional contacts.
So it's about skills, access, and connections. What's the ultimate aim they're trying to achieve with all of this?
The overarching goal, as stated in the newsletter, is to make students, as well as university and company tutors, proficient in both participating in and managing remote internships.
Okay.
The aim is to ensure a smooth and effective experience for everyone involved, essentially setting a benchmark for future remote learning and work opportunities.
And for anyone listening who's keen to sign up, are the registration forms available in different languages?
Yes, that's another way they're emphasizing inclusivity. The registration forms are available not only in English, but also in Italian, Spanish, Romanian, Hungarian, and Turkish, catering to a broad range of potential participants across Europe.
That's excellent to see. Now, this project has been underway for a while. Have there been any notable activities or resources that have come out of it so far?
Indeed. The newsletter mentions a service design methodology, SDM laboratory, that took place in Salamanca, Spain, late February, early March of 2023. This was a collaborative effort between CNR ISMed from Italy and the University of Salamanca.
A whole lab focused on service design methodology. That sounds pretty involved.
Yeah.
What exactly did they do during those sessions?
Over 4 lab sessions, participants really delved into different aspects of service design. The first session focused on establishing the project's foundations, gathering initial ideas.
Okay.
The second shifted to drawing inspiration from, various sources. The third then tackled the practical side, creating models and prototypes of service designs. And the final session was geared towards preparing participants for real-world implementation, covering things like developing action plans, building partnerships, and anticipating potential challenges.
So it was a very hands-on and comprehensive workshop. And for those who couldn't be there, are there any resources available?
Yes, the newsletter specifically mentions that the educational materials from the STM laboratory are available to download. This is a valuable resource for anyone interested in learning more about how to design effective services, particularly in the context of this project.
And this service design methodology, it's basically about?
It's really about understanding user needs and designing services, in this case, the remote internship experience itself around those needs to make them effective and user-friendly.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you know how sometimes remote work can feel a bit impersonal?
Hmm.
This really emphasizes understanding the user experience of a remote interaction, whether it's an intern tackling a task or a tutor giving feedback. It pushes you to think beyond just the basics to create genuinely effective and even enjoyable remote experiences. That's a key insight often missed, I think.
That's fantastic, making those resources accessible. Now, the newsletter also mentioned something of MOOCs. What are those all about?
Right. The Preview Project has developed 5 massive open online courses, or MOOCs, which you can find on their Preview Learning Teaching Hub.
Okay.
These are designed to help everyone involved: students, graduates, academic staff, university tutors, and company mentors develop relevant skills and competencies for working effectively in a digital environment.
5 MOOCs. That's a substantial offering. Can you give us a quick overview of what each one covers?
Certainly. The first one, created by CNR ISMed, is on service design methodology. As we just touched on, this course aims to equip participants with the tools and skills to create innovative and user-centered services. It covers understanding user needs, developing prototypes, testing designs, all through a human-centered approach to create services that are not just functional, but also enjoyable and meaningful.
That ties in nicely with the lab in Salamanca. What's the focus of the second MOOC?
The second MOOC is all about project management. This course is specifically designed to boost the effectiveness of remote internships.
Okay.
Participants learn advanced tools and skills for clearly defining what a project involves, its scope, objectives, deliverables, as well as creating detailed project plans, managing workflows remotely, developing communication strategies, and sharpening their time management skills.
Essential skills for pretty much any remote work situation, really.
Yeah,
What about the MOOCs developed by the University of Salamanca, USAL? I see there are 3 from them.
that's right. USAL has developed 3 MOOCs. The first is on digital competences for remote internships.
Okay, digital competences.
Yeah, this covers the fundamental skills you need to thrive in a virtual work environment. Things like basic computer skills, building a professional online presence, participating effectively in online communities, navigating the internet safely, focusing on security and data protection,
Crucial.
using collaborative tools, and understanding the basics of digital literacy. It sounds like a really foundational course for anyone stepping into the remote work world.
Absolutely. What's the next one from USL?
The next USL MOOC focuses on soft skills for remote internships. This gets into the crucial interpersonal and self-management abilities needed for virtual work.
Ah, the soft skills. Always important.
Definitely. It covers leadership, emphasizing clear communication, providing support, fostering team unity, critical thinking and collaboration for problem solving, the importance of commitment and clear communication, effective teamwork in virtual settings, digital communication skills like active listening and showing empathy online, and finally, organization and time management techniques.
Those soft skills are often just as vital as the technical ones, aren't they? Especially when you're not physically in the same room. And the final MOOC.
The final MOOC from USAL addresses socio-emotional competences for remote internships. This focuses on developing skills to manage your emotions, build strong relationships, and handle social interactions effectively when working remotely.
Socio-emotional.
Okay, it covers self-care strategies, exercise, diet, sleep, stress management techniques for managing anxiety, ways to cope with feelings of isolation, fostering work engagement and self-belief, building confidence for making assertive decisions, and encouraging active involvement in, well, both personal and professional activities.
It's great to see a focus on well-being and the human side of remote work.
It really is. It seems like there's a wealth of learning resources available through these MOOCs.
Definitely. Now, the newsletter also mentions a project meeting in Naples. What was the purpose of that gathering?
Right. The 5th meeting of the Preview Project took place in Naples, Italy, late May of 2023, hosted by CNR ISMed. The main goal of this meeting was to review the findings from the focus groups that had been conducted by several partner universities. Università degli Studi di Sassari, Accademia de Studi Economici in Bucuresti, Nevşehir Hacettepe Universitesi, and Universidad de Salamanca.
Ah, the partners.
Exactly. So it was a chance for them to share what they learned from these focus discussions.
So it was an opportunity for the different partners to share their insights from these focus groups. What else happened at the meeting?
During the meeting, CNR ITD presented the latest developments with the Preview platform itself.
The tech side.
Yep. And additionally, representatives from Alter Contacts and Adi Hargita shared their analysis of the results from the survey they conducted.
Oh, yeah.
To understand what makes for an ideal remote internship from the perspectives of students, university representatives, and companies, it sounds like they were really gathering feedback from all the key players.
It does. What was the main takeaway or outcome of these discussions?
The central focus of the discussions was on finalizing the remote internship blueprint. This blueprint was being shaped by all the information and insights that had been gathered from, the focus groups and the survey results.
I see.
So the meeting served as a crucial step in really defining the framework for how these remote internships will be structured and put into practice.
So it was a key milestone in really solidifying the practical aspects of the project. Finally, for anyone who wants to find the official details, are there any project identification numbers or contact information provided?
Yes, the newsletter includes the grant agreement number, which is N2022-1IT02 K8220-HED0000888742.
Got it.
It also reiterates the project website, www.previewcommunity.eu, and the contact email address, which is info@previewcommunity.eu. So all the essential contact details are there.
Great. So all the essential contact details are there. And for those who are more active on social media,
The Preview Project also has a presence on various social media platforms, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, where they likely share updates and engage with their community.
fantastic. So to bring it all together, what are the key takeaways for you, our listener, from this deep dive into the Erasmus Plus Preview Project?
I think the most important thing to grasp is that this project is a significant and forward-thinking effort to proactively address the evolving world of work. It's really focused on equipping students, graduates, and educators with the crucial skills and practical experience needed to not just navigate, but really thrive in the digital age. And it's doing that through the innovative use of remote internships.
Exactly. We've seen the tangible opportunities it offers for students and graduates to gain genuine real-world experience and those absolutely crucial remote work skills, not to mention that internationally recognized Erasmus Plus Open Badge.
Yeah, that badge is a real asset.
It is.
And for university and company tutors, there are really valuable training opportunities and the chance to connect with a wider pool of talent. Plus, the project has already developed a wealth of helpful resources, like those comprehensive MOOCs and the insights gained from their collaborative meetings.
Right.
It's a really holistic approach, isn't it? Looking at all sides of the internship experience.
It really is a comprehensive approach.
Yeah.
So here's a final thought for you to consider. In a world where the nature of work is changing so rapidly, how vital do you think initiatives like the Erasmus Plus Preview Project will be in making sure that individuals are not just ready, but truly resilient and adaptable for the future? It's definitely something to ponder as we all navigate this increasingly digital landscape.